Hello everybody, this is John here, aka Press Bubbles, and once again, welcome to my laboratory. Today's edition, I want to have a good discussion that has to do with the Crown Zenith single cards. Now, I'm not trying to hate on Pokemon and certain aspects what they're trying to do right now, but I feel like there's something that needs to be explained. And post-COVID, if you were playing Pokemon during that time, you could spend about $550 to get yourself a case, which is 6 booster boxes, which is 36 packs in each one, and essentially get what you need because sets were below 200 cards, give or take some specials, secrets, and then added to it. During COVID, however, or actually being more specific, during the Shield and Sword era, which is during the COVID time, we were experiencing a fluctuation of sets hitting 200, 250, and then having a secret set on top of that with 50 plus cards. This latest set, Crown Zenith, is sort of like the last hurrah for the Shield and Sword era, and I get that. They're taking like the top cards and they put them all in there, and they did a pretty good job on all the artwork. And again, I showed an example as I'm going through my page here. And I'm showing an example of really cool artwork cards. And you could go through and you could scan, and I'm just going to each page, and I was like, you know what? They did a very good job on the cards. Not hitting Pokemon on that. What I'm hating on Pokemon is because there's so many cards, the chances of you getting these secret cards compared to the common cards are low. And the high rarities are going to be coming lower. And that's what I'm going to try to explain about today. If I did a video post-COVID, and my apologies about that. If I did a video post-COVID, again, a case, and getting your money's worth, I would tell you go buy a case. Over time, Shield and Sword and COVID and how Pokemon is treating COVID as like a shield for them in some sense, they have been making money printing very versions of cards. So you're reprinting the same card, same ability, same text, just adding different artworks and different rarities. I get it. People are going to buy. But people need to understand certain things. And that's what I'm trying to go over today. So, I'm using one of the websites I've been using for a while. It's called Car Market from Pokemon. Now, if people are not familiar with it, it kind of gives a pretty good estimate prices going on right now. Now, bear in mind, this set just came out, so prices will drop a little bit once people start selling their cards. So you might see a little fluctuation, but it kind of gives a little true aspect of prices of how certain cards will keep certain cards will keep that status of that value, and other cards just drop tremendously. If I remember correctly, this set had over 200 cards, and it had 50 secret rare cards. So just give you a ballpark idea about that, okay? So what I wanted to do is kind of demonstrate to you is going off these numbers. Now what I did is I'm using a Euro website, so I did a little conversion here on my little sheets. I believe one euro. I use dollar, but it's actually euro. But I'm using Excel, so it does the math correctly. So 1 euro is making basically 9 cents per dollar. So a dollar has more value than a euro currently right now. So that's why I did a little translation to show you the number of differences here. Now I look at Giratina, our Giratina here, this new gold, really fancy one. It goes for 124 euro or roughly $135. I'm sorry for my print there. I'm going to show you, try to make it just a little bigger for you. That kind of works. Yeah, that's fine. I was trying to get it so kind of everything fits together, but we'll just call this US. I can crunch it down. There we go. Yeah, everything fits there. That's good. Okay, we know that's US. So you got $124, and then you got $135 for the one card right now. Value it'll stay above 100. I'll probably guarantee that because it's gold and it's a really good artwork. Now, if you want to get 4 of those cards, it's going to cost you about $540 to get the all blinged out set. Now this is where I kind of kick in going, okay, and I want to explain a couple things to people. You could do that, or if I go through here, let's see. A good example of Suicune. Suicune was on that set. It was going for $23. I believe that's what I have down. Yeah, roughly. And Suicune versus another Suicune Korean. My point of trying to get across, though, is that if you really want to get the high artwork, you're going to pay a lot more than the fraction of what you would pay just to have a simple card. I believe same thing for NT. Again, another card that's high value. My point I'm trying to get across is I can do a comparison between every one of these cards. Between the high value card that's really popular versus the low value card. They print so many versions of certain cards that it gets to the point where it's just like, I might as well just keep my low versions. And if you're a person who wants to understand about getting a set, because kids out there are going to tell their parents, I want to buy this set. Okay, well, I believe the set only comes in the EBT. You got it from Pokemon Center or you got it in regular EBT. I believe EBT sometimes they're between 8 to 10 packs. There is no standard rarity when it comes to packs. Now, if you buy a booster box, of all the booster boxes I've opened up, I think my numbers hit between 6 to 8 on the low, and if it's a box that had like a error in it, I hit 10, 14. I know it sounds like a crazy number difference, but it's true. When I say hits, I means high rarities. In this sense, we're talking about V Star, V Maxes, or anything that's considered like a secret. You'll get so many hits. That's what I like to call it. So bear in mind, EBT boxes are different. There is no guarantee. You could get EBT box and get no high rares. That is a fact. There's no guarantee. I have opened several of my time EBT boxes, and I've seen people who open them up, and their one hit was a $1 card or $2 card. And that's the thing I want people to understand right now. So if you look at this set, I'm looking at the top cards based off the top value, working my way down. There are 13 pages, and average number I see right now is about, first page, about $29. Or I should say the mode, I should say. And then you start seeing that just after the first page of 200 cards, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so every page has 20. So we're looking at the average mean. We're from 30 to roughly 1150. And it just drops down to about 3. It has just the fourth page. After that, it just drops. And a lot of the cards you're looking for right now, look at this. Ditto. I'm just going through the list to showcase the main cards that come from the set that everybody would love to have. I hope I get my point across right now. I used to be able to tell you before COVID, you could buy. It's almost like, I'm not going to use Pokemon slapped you in the face, but people like me who bought during COVID time, who bought cases, this set essentially was a slap in the face. Because essentially the cards like these were $5, $6 a card, just dropped the prices down, just to nothing. We're going to go on to a new series of cards, and I get it. But this set literally did that to people. All the cards, excuse me. Essentially, all the cards that you want to have, I would say better rarity versions that come out here, you're basically getting. Like I said, I'm just kind of going through little examples. Look at that. 20 cents. Okay, then from our variability, that'd be like 20, like 30 cents roughly. That's the point. I'm down to the point where I'm barely halfway through, and the later cards are just worth nothing. V code, what's V code? Yeah, your little V codes. Look at your Ditto card. So that's the point. If you wanted to buy the first page right now, you're looking at a complete set, 4 each, $3,188, and basically $3,200 you're spending to get one of each of the first page. Everything else becomes cheap, and that's the next thing I was going to mention too. If there's 20 cards in a set, well, let's just do some simple arithmetic math. Let me get my Excel sheet open up. My apologies. So there's 20 in a page. So that means, let's say you want to get 4 of, put things all over the place. There's 20 a page. I don't worry about the dollar, so I'm just using representation right now. And you want 4 each. The average cost on page 4, $2. So if you want 4 of each one, let's see, 8, 160. The layered pages are going to start costing about 160 and lower. You're probably looking at probably prices even dropping further than that too. If I would really try to break this down, when does it point when it gets below $1 here? Okay, page 6 is below $1. So that would have meant that if it cost me $1 for 480, so that means each of these pages will cost me $80 to get a full set of how many pages? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 8. And it's cost me 80. Okay, 80 times 8, it says 640. I could probably spend on this entire set roughly about $5,000 and get every card in a set. Right now, the prices as they are, and probably a little cheaper too. And that's what I'm trying to explain to people. For you to be able to pull those cards out of EPT boxes, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying the likelihood of you getting the complete set of what you had to do right now, you're probably looking at 4 times that value to get your odds up high enough to be able to do that, and not counting trading or buying your own particular singles. So this is the disappointing part I find about Pokemon right now, and that's why I'm making this video. I've seen many discussions where people say, "Oh, the cards are so good, the products." I get it. People are trying to showcase that the sets are really good. And as a kid, I love seeing those sets, and they do make an awesome job showing those boxes. And that's what they essentially are for. The boxes show for the kids. You got the special coin and everything. But if I was to teach a kid version of myself this game and show them that you could essentially get the same cards and have the same quality at the end of the day with skipping all the all the ribbons and confetti balloons they put in front of you, and you just focus on playing the game and have fun with the game itself. This game can be so much cheaper buying singles as at this point in time than it is buying product. Product is costing too much. Most stores are trying to make up costs because of COVID, and then with Pokemon's new set off with Japan, which whenever you get English is going to have the silver borders just like they do in Japan set. And the prices go up $1 roughly per pack. Now people are saying, oh, it's a lot of money. You're like, well, technically not, because Pokemon has never really increased its value. I want to say since like day 1-ish. I mean, it probably got maybe from $2 or $3 a pack from the beginning of the days. But I would say Pokemon's kept the same prices over time. I'm sure I'm probably look back and it's probably like $1 or $2 difference. But overall, I look at Pokemon right now and going, if I had to tell somebody that if they want certain cards, I would say, look, here's the places you go on the websites. I would tell them what card you should do research on your cards, and don't just buy blindly. Not every product that comes out there is worth the price of what you pay for, and that's the biggest thing. Unless the cards like there's a certain card you want in a set. Like they had the Arceus, they had the basic and a V. I forgot which product they came out of the box, not a box, but the I call them the cardboard ones, the layout ones you can see. Buy 4 of those, you guarantee your card. Plus packs, I can say those things are worth it because you're guaranteed the cards plus whatever you get out of your packs. If you're going for that route and you're not trying to make a complete set. But if you're trying to get every card and trying to be able to play and trying to figure out the best deck you possibly play, either do the research ahead of time, watch reviews of what cards do what, and stay ahead of the curve in the game. Always stay ahead of the curve because there's opportunities to buy things cheaper than people don't realize. But overall, I hope this was a good review. I mean, I'm not trying, like I said, I'm not trying to talk negatively. I just want people to understand that when you make a product like EBT boxes as a reprint of most of these cards, if you want the high rare cards, go ahead and buy them. But you could go back and the ones that you're spending $60, $70 on, they drop to like $10, if less than that. Based on these prices, they'll tell you that the other ones drop down to. Unless it's one of the secret ones in that set, they may keep their prices. But majority of cards, like 90 to 95% of the cards are going to drop price. And once we get the new set out, we'll start off the Violet, Scarlet and Violet. See how that set works out. I'm actually looking forward to play EX, or I call it the baby EX because it's using the small EX symbol instead of the big EX. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy. Please leave a like and subscribe. I'll do more videos of this later on. I think I am going to do a lot more videos of these, especially when it comes to sets. I've already done a card review of the new set, but I want people to understand of how many cards it comes on a new set versus what the costs are for that set. And you're going to find out, I guarantee you, when the new series of sets coming out, you'll find out that it's actually easier just to buy your singles online versus buying product. Unless it's a booster box, you get a good deal on it, which right now is very hard for a lot of people to get that. For the average Joe Schmo, I'm just trying to look out for you guys. And that's my deal. My deal of playing online, and I do videos for all sorts of games. I do the Pokémon training card game online. I do the video game online. I'm also a professor for the game. I don't have a. I'm being biased. I'm trying to be as neutral as possible, without favoritism towards the community versus the Pokemon site. I'm just trying to show my opinion because I hate how people are paying high price for cards that they don't realize you could get online for cheaper. And starting the next set, I'm going to use this website and pop up Excel sheet. I'm going to show some graphs and show you these odds, and show you statistically the odds you get all your good cards. It's worth buying the singles at first versus or wait for a little while versus just trying to buy the booster boxes. So thank you for your time. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll have more videos later on.